Hey everybody, Frugal Brando here. Today I want to give you 3 reasons as to why you should absolutely be using Facebook Marketplace. For $12, I tripled the internet speed in my basement, and I will put speed test results up on the screen to prove what it used to be and what it is now. This was really awesome. I've been wanting to do this for a while, and for $12, I couldn't pass it up. The first reason you should be using Facebook Marketplace is to find something that might be on sale that you've actually been looking to purchase. So as I mentioned, the internet in my basement has been atrocious for about 2 years now, and I've been looking for some type of maybe a mesh system, which basically is a bunch of routers that work together. Those are pretty new, but usually those cost several $100s. I've been looking for those. Maybe someone sells it used for a little bit less. Or I've been looking for maybe a quality range extender or something. Those can be hit or miss depending on the brand. But lo and behold, for me, someone on Facebook Marketplace was selling an Asus router for $12. Now, the reason for me that this was perfect is because I have an Asus router. It's upstairs in my office, and that's where my main internet has come from. Asus has this program called AI Mesh, where you can take old routers that are also Asus and link them together to make a mesh network. Now, I do not want to get into the technicals, and it took me and a friend of mine way too long to set this thing up with firmware patching and upgrades. And if you calculated the 2 engineers' costs that it did for us to set it up, I probably could have bought a whole home mesh system, but that's not the point of this. The point is that this was a really awesome purchase. It helped me out. And for only $12, when these routers, even used, go for a lot more, it was definitely worth it. Second reason you should absolutely be using Facebook Marketplace is because it can help out small businesses and individuals, because it's pretty much free to list on there. Now, I'm not sure about how it does work for a business. I do know there are a lot more businesses getting on Facebook Marketplace and Instagram, which Facebook also owns. But if I had something that I wanted to list up for sale right now, I could easily do it on Facebook Marketplace. Now, I'm not saying you should just browse Facebook Marketplace for impulse purchases and things that you don't actually need, but they do have a lot of really cool stuff on there now. And you can, what I like to do is obviously go to newly listed and look for all the cheap stuff, or sometimes when it says free. So if you want free stuff, that's another good thing. But that kind of gets into the third point about this, and we'll go into that one now. The third reason you should be using Facebook Marketplace is because it's a really easy way to tell you to hit the like button to help me out with the YouTube algorithm for the video. In all seriousness, the final reason in this video that I'm going to talk about as to why you should use Facebook Marketplace is because you could try and make money from it. There are so many people just listing things for free, and if that's a plasma TV, I think I saw one of those recently, or just generic stuff, a coffee table, this or that, if it's in decent condition or if you know how to fix it up and sell it for 20, 25 bucks. You can always use your knowledge on Facebook Marketplace, and you could buy things for less than they go for, under market value if you want to call it, and then sell them for more. Maybe you know about old school collectibles or Disney products, or you know Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Any of these things people just list on Facebook Marketplace because they found it in the attic and they don't know what it's worth. You know that $12 router that I mentioned was the first thing in this video? That is selling on eBay right now for about 50 bucks. For reference, if you do ever want to list something on eBay but you want to know what it's actually selling for, go into your settings or to your filter and say completed and sold. That's the 2 criteria, which means that all of those items actually sold and they were paid for and they shipped and everything actually went through on them. So those are the prices. Sometimes things will be listed for like $500, but if they're actually selling for $150 or something like that, you don't really want to buy that. You could call it a win-win-win across the board. The person who's originally selling it is getting rid of it. They might be making money of it, or they're getting it out of their house if it's free. You're making money or doing whatever it is with that product that you get. And if you give it away, or if you sell it to someone else, or if you keep it for your own artwork or whatever the product is from Facebook Marketplace, you get some product for cheap, and that's pretty cool. The only other thing I could mention at this point in the video is to be sure to subscribe to the channel and click that bell so you don't miss next week's investing video. I think this pretty much about wraps it up, so until the next video, please, as always, be smart with your money.